What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I know we've been doing a lot of pink truck stuff. We've been, you know, messing with the green truck a little bit. I want to get that thing rebuilt, but still, as of now, it's kind of my daily, even though it's kind of winter out. So I got to fix that in the near future. There's a lot of other interesting projects I want to do this winter. There's a handful of them I feel like will be super cool, stuff I've always wanted to do. Just stay tuned for those, which those will be exciting. We're gonna work on the pink truck here in a little bit, but I know a lot of you keep asking about this guy right here. This is another winter project. The most difficult part, yes, I want to get it down to the frame and get it sandblasted and powder coated. That's gonna be tricky. We do know a few people that got ovens that big, but if any of you in the audience are in like an Ohio area who've got an oven to do a frame that big, let me know and we can work something out, because this frame, I think we're gonna do the two-wheel drive and level it with the dually, but I think that's the move, and I'm gonna need the frame powder coated, but that's gonna be the hardest part, is literally stripping everything off. But these old trucks are super simple, there's not much to them, so we'll be able to do that in no time. However, I want to give her a cold start today because it's actually cold, as you can see, and it hasn't been started in a long time. So let's fire her up, see how she runs, because I haven't seen this thing act in cold weather yet. But let's fire this thing up, give her an actual cold start. The first cold start I think I've actually had with this truck, because I bought it last spring. So let's see how this all, you know, it's a quite stout 12 valve, but let's see how she fires up. Yeah, it is. It's real cold.
Yeah, what was it, like 30 degrees?
Oh my gosh, it's like 29. So like I said, this thing hasn't been started in a long time, definitely a month and a half or so when it was warm. And it's the first cold start I've actually had with this thing since I bought it. As you can see, it fires right up. Under here, like I said, we're probably going to do a new head, new fuel lines, new everything. We're going to get these painted or powdered. Intake, we're going to do all the performance to this. Definitely want to get a new manifold. The whole nine. I want this thing to be absolutely mint when we're done, and everything under the hood is either getting blasted and painted or whatever. This motor is going to look brand new when it goes back into, well, that cab on the silver one, but this frame. So when it goes back in this frame, it's going to look brand new. While we're in here, we'll probably do you know, new alternator, the whole nine, tune this thing way up. And all that, but oh, does she sound good. So I'm definitely excited to get like on this thing, but we got to finish the pink truck first, which is kind of, it's just like, there's just a lot of little things left, which kind of makes it drag on, which sucks, but I honestly can't wait for this thing. That's honestly for sure. Because like this is gonna be my first full motor build. Like we're gonna go top down, everything injectors. I'm actually thinking about doing valve springs and push rods in the green one as well. But, oh yeah, all of it. Oh, that's great. But there's something about like the first gen trucks, like I said, I've always wanted one and I want to keep one. So I'm gonna do it right, like fully, like front to back. And I'm gonna keep it for probably ever. So I honestly cannot wait. Fact of the matter is, like I said, builds like this, it won't be cheap, but the vehicle you start with is kind of cheap. So it'll be exciting. I know. None of you have actually seen this yet, but this is something special. Kind of going to look like the first gen, but first gen I'm going to clean it all up, do a little bit better. But look at this thing. Well, first of all, the interior's whatever. I need to find that for the first gen because that'd be sick. But yes, sir. Second gen Shorty. I know I should probably show you guys a lot more of what goes on here other than what I do, because we do a lot of cool stuff. But here we picked this up. Well, Zach picked it up, traded for it. It's a Shorty, second gen Shorty, and compound the whole 9, 6-speed or 5-speed, I forget. But oh yeah, she's quite rowdy, guys. Look at this thing. Oh, it's so cute. I like the Shorty and hate the Shorty. It's a cool little race truck, but at the same time, I do like the long bed on the regular cab. It's so bad. Yeah, oh man. Literally everywhere. Yeah, this thing gets super rowdy. I gotta figure out what injectors are in this thing because that's ridiculous. But I kind of want my first gen to be like that, except it's not to stack there, to stack in the bed. Fun fact, actually. Second gen 12 valve, mine first gen 12 valve, and then over here, which you guys will see in the upcoming months as we finish these things up, that's the third gen 12 valve right there. So we got 3 generations. We're trying to make all 5, I think, at some point, but we got 3 generations, all got 12 valve stuffed in them. So yeah, mine don't sound like that.
I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember receiving on the flow. 100 miles per hour, might crash, cause it good die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long drive, roll all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Had the dipstick all the way in, that's a problem.
Oh yeah. How's the stop clutch?
No, that breaks.
I thought they were plastic.
going that way, I thought you were about to crash.
I had full control the whole way.
No, I trusted more than I trust anybody. Slowly this tail and then started going fast, and I saw oncoming traffic. I was like, oh, he's about to crash.
Hurry up.
Yeah, no, dude, that's literally on fire.
EGT's who?
You're literally burning the firewall.
Ryan, hurry up.
Oh man. I feel like that. I know, but I feel like that's a poor place for that.
Oh, it definitely is.
But here's the thing, you were literally burning the heat wrap.
EGT's is just a number, Ryan.
Like there's no foam back there. There's literally just the heat wrap somehow.
I gotta say, this thing gets really freaking rowdy though.
Yeah.
The only way I'm like,
This where we need to
I need to
fix
cut that.
Yeah, we need to fix that.
it's just a little too long, that's all.
Well, you need a tube that's long enough to go in between here. Otherwise it'll suck in.
Yeah,
Alright guys, so in the instructions here, I'm gonna be real and say it definitely said, well, you have to cut that front tab off the axle, which is whatever. But I don't know if in the instructions they want you to mount the cylinders in or the cylinders out. But I kind of like the cylinders out look, same way on my truck, the green truck. But in here it did say you had to trim this, whether you're using this side or that side, I forget. But instead of actually cutting the bracket in two places, I just kind of sanded and grinded that area down, and then up in here the shock body actually clears the axle now. So that's what you had to do. Obviously, you know, clear it up, touch it up with you know, black paint, and you're good to go. But I just want to make that clear that, you know, you don't always have to, where it says cut, it's like I just did a light bit of grinding and she fits perfect. Alright, so at the beginning of this, you guys saw that we were polishing this mid-pipe out, but so on this one, when I did the downpipe a couple videos ago, I think I went to about 5,000 or 8,000 grit, and then I ended up polishing it out. Well, getting it only down to about 3,000, it leaves a lot of micro scratches in the tubing. Obviously, you could tell this is polished, but not polished to the level I kind of want. So I ended up ordering sandpaper all the way up to 10,000, and we're probably gonna re-sand this, re-polish this when those come in, but that's why we didn't actually finish the exhaust, because that stack, you know, underneath the truck, this is probably fine, especially, you know, fingerprints or not, but this is probably fine, and this downpipe is also probably fine underneath the truck, because you look underneath it, it just looks shiny. That's cool. But the stack is kind of like a, you know, it really catches the eye. So in the bed, I can't have it any bit hazy like that. So that's why we kind of waited on that. As for this, tomorrow we're gonna come in here. I'm gonna get bolts, because when we took the factory bumper off, completely cut the brackets off because everything was rusted and stuck and seized. So I'm gonna get some grade 8 bolts, and we can bolt our brackets in here, and we'll be good to go, and we can get this bumper mounted. But other than that, yeah, that's why we didn't do the rest of the exhaust, because it just really wasn't up to par on that.